What's up, motherfuckers? Agent Mad Hat here. We're going to continue the Cradle of Filth discography review with their second offering, an EP entitled Vempire, or Dark Fairy Tales in Palestine. This was an album that they released. It was sort of rushed because they wanted to get out of a contract with Music for Nations. Well, no. Excuse me, Cacophonous Records. They didn't feel like they were being treated fairly, and so they had more of a contractual obligation, so they did this in a rush to quickly get out of that contract, and the result was magnificent. If they do work like this their best under pressure and time constraint, then they need to take more time. They need to make more deadlines now, because this is a fucking awesome release. Let's just get it out of the way right from the get-go. Their lineup was different, a lot different than the first album. They have Danny Filth on vocals, Stuart Anstis on guitars, Robin Graves on bass, Damian Grigori on keyboards, and Nicholas Barker on drums. So Paul Allender's not here anymore, and fucking Benjamin Ryan or Paul Ryan, I can't remember, was the second guitarist. So they dropped both of their guitarists, gained a new guitarist in Stuart Anstis, and the result of this was probably one of their greatest albums, a true masterpiece, an album that flows so great from beginning to end. Vempire starts out with Ebony Dressed for Sunset, a short little, one of the only Cradle of Filth albums that doesn't have an instrumental introduction. So it starts with Ebony Dressed for Sunset with that tremolo riff, that great riff. It's just a short and sweet and to the point intro, that opener that really serves its purpose, which leads right into their re-recorded version of The Forest Whispers My Name, which I actually like this one better. It's a little faster paced, the keyboard is more pronounced, the production is better. I actually really do like that little blank space where Sarah Jezebel does her thing. Dark Fairy Tales in Palestine, symbols and signs to know us by. Great track, one of my all-time favorite Cradle of Filth tracks. I'm one of the few that likes this re-recorded version better. Fast-paced, furious, the production is awesome. Then you get to the third track, The Queen of Winter Throne, which in my opinion is the best Cradle of Filth track ever written. This is an amazing 10-minute epic, 10 minutes 27 seconds of pure magic. Mwah. Bellissimo, beautiful. It starts out kind of the same way as A Dream of Wolves in the Snow did, from the principle of evil made flesh. Listen to them, the children of the night, what sweet music they make, and then it goes right into the riff, right into that lead riff section, that tremoloed section, that really intense, and the lyricism is off the charts. Iniquitous I share Carmilla's mask, a gaunt mephitic voyeur on the black side of the glass, peering through the mirror, deep, dark, and ominous, consorting themes, demons I weave, subservience from thee to lost. And this is a great example of how early Cradle of Filth was able to craft songs. They were able to do things musically. They wrote good songs. Their songwriting skills at this point in time were off of the charts. They didn't just stick with what they would do in later years with verse, chorus. They had refrains, but the song weaved in and out of different parts. It told a story just as the lyrics told a story. It had a lot of dynamism. They used dynamics to such a great degree in this 10-minute long epic with amazing lyricism, amazing musicality. Stewart is at his best here, guitar-wise. Robin is at his best with the bass. Nick Barker is furiously accurate. His precision is almost unbelievable here. And then you get into Nocturnal Supremacy, which is actually my least favorite track of the album, but it's still an amazing track. You go then to She Mourns a Lengthening Shadow, which is another instrumental, one of their best instrumentals, and that instrumental leads into the final track, The Rape and Ruin of Angels, a near 9-minute long epic. Again, an example, a true example of how Cradle of Filth could just make a song with such dynamics, with so many different elements, where they could tell a story with the music and not just the lyrics. This is Vempire. Everything is completely produced in the exact appropriate manner. Every instrument has its place and its correct place in the audio mixing. Nick Barker on the drums is at his peak as far as accuracy, as far as precision goes. Stewart writes some of the most creative and awesome riffs that was ever to grace a Cradle of Filth album. This is an EP, but it feels more like just a short, full length. All the tracks are original tracks of theirs, except for The Forest Whispers My Name, which was a re-recorded version of a track on The Principle of Evil. Apparently they write some of their best shit under pressure, under a rush. This was a rush job, but it ended up being one of their best. It was magic. The result of them going into the studio and recording these songs, it was complete magic. It was just pure gold. They struck gold with this album. If I was to give it a rating, I would give it an 11 out of 10. It's a motherfucking beast of an album. It's even got high ratings on Metal Archive's Encyclopedia Metallum. If that tells you anything, that's a site whose members love to hate Cradle of Filth, but yet that album is one of their highest rated. Wonderful album. A great fucking release. Everything flows. The album flows from start to finish. Everything is in its right place. All the instruments are just so tight. Such talented musicality. They are able to craft great songs, and from start to finish, it's an amazing experience. Any Cradle of Filth fan who hasn't heard this album, you need to listen to it right now. 11 out of 10. Yes, it's that good. I'm not shitting you. It's that good. Go right now and listen to it. 11 out of 10. Vempire, Dark Fairy Tales in Palestine. Peace, motherfuckers.